I spoke to both fighters.
Tony Chiaverini, I've read in the newspapers that you've been quoted as saying you will not be in boxing after 1980 if you don't get a title fight. Is that right?
That's true. That's what I said, and that's what I'm going to stick to. I think I deserve a title fight by now. I've had a couple of them signed, and then things happened, injuries, so they didn't come off. So in 1980, if I don't get a title fight, I'll retire.
That means you have to get past Wilfredo Benítez tonight.
Well, Wilfredo Benítez, you got to win every fight, and this is another fight, and I've got to win it no matter what, and that's what I'm going to do.
How are you going to fight Wilfredo Benítez, a master boxer? How do you fight a master boxer?
Well, you fight a master boxer, first of all, you got to see what he does, and then go from there. Whatever he does, you have to adjust and adapt to what he does and do whatever you can.
Good luck tonight. May the better man win, Tony.
Thanks a lot.
Tony Chiaverini, hard-punching, awkward, aggressive southpaw from Kansas City. Weighed this morning a natural 155.5 pounds. The underdog tonight facing his toughest test of his career in Wilfred Benítez, ex-welterweight champion, the smooth master boxer from Puerto Rico, who weighed a surprisingly heavy 155 pounds. Many wonder whether he can carry it. We will soon find out.
And Wilfredo, the main rap that they've given you is about your weight. Will the weight affect your strength? Will it affect your speed? You're carrying more weight than you've ever carried before.
Before I've been boxing for the world championship, you know what the way I've been fighting 152 pounds. I think now I don't have no problem to make the weight. The fight's for 155, and I'm not gonna take no problem to be Tony Chiaverini by knockout.
Now, let me ask you, can you come back down to welterweight because you face a very lucrative match with Roberto Duran?
Yeah, Roberto Duran, he's afraid of me. He don't want to fight me all the time. He say, I'm going to take a vacation. I can fight him. You know, people know that 5 times, 6 times we tried to make that fight and he wasn't fighting me. He's not champion.
Well, with that opinion, I don't want to be in the same room with you when Roberto Duran comes in, and very good luck tonight. I hope you have an excellent fight.
Thanks.
Thank you, Ferdy. Ray, a mild-mannered reporter tonight. How do you feel comfortable without those gloves on?
I feel so relaxed. I feel so safe. I feel so much needed this way.
Oh, yeah, but there's some heavy duty in this role, too, because one of the things we have to ask you now, who's going to win the fight?
Well, Benítez has the edge, but then again, don't count Chiaverini out.
All right, we're set to go. Both fighters are in the ring. The former welterweight champion, he was the youngest champion in the history of boxing at 17, Wilfred Benítez against Kansas City's Tony Chiaverini, and we'll have the opening bell in just a moment. There's Tony Chiaverini, a good crowd in Las Vegas. Let's meet them now. Here's ring announcer Chuck Hull.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Caesars Palace Sports Pavilion, where tonight Top Rank Incorporated, in association with Caesars Palace, the site of the Holmes Ali Championship bout, presents the Friday night fights. These bouts are sanctioned by the Nevada State Athletic Commission, Sig Rogich, chairman. The officials assigned by that commission. The judges are Art Lurie, Lou Tabbitt, and Dwayne Ford. The timekeeper is Jane Broadfoot. Counting at the knockdowns, Charlie Roth. The attending physician at ringside, Dr. Donald Romeo. And the referee for the main event, Ferd Hernandez. This is the feature attraction of the evening. 10 rounds of boxing in the junior middleweight division. Introducing, in the red corner, fighting out of Kansas City, weighing 155.5 pounds, the veteran campaigner, Tony Chiaverini.
And you can hear the Kansas City contingent. There's over 200 that have flown in for the fight.
Fighting out of New York City, New York, formerly of San Juan, Puerto Rico. He is the former welterweight champion of the world. He weighs 154.5 pounds. Here is Wilfred Benítez. 10 rounds of boxing.
Benítez losing that title in the 15th round to our colleague tonight, Sugar Ray Leonard, here in Las Vegas last November.
Okay, now I want a good clean fight, guys. Watch your low blows. You're holding the head in. I'm going to let you work on the inside. Right. When I think you're tied up, I'm going to ask you to break, stop punching, and step back. Now, if you lose your mouthpiece, keep boxing. case of a knockdown, go to the furthest neutral corner and stay there until I ask you to come out. If you come out, the count will stop. Do you understand then? Okay. Might cost you the fight now. Okay? If you lose your mouth, just keep boxing. Shake hands with a good fight, fellas.
And the referee knows of what he speaks. Ferd Hernandez, former middleweight contender, the third man in the ring tonight. Benítez in the light blue trunks, and in the white with the blue trim is Tony Chiaverini. He's the Rocky of Kansas City. How they love him in Kansas City, Missouri. He's the left-hander, and you indicated, Ray, that the left-hander might cause Benítez some problems.
Yes, to a degree, Dick. What Chiaverini should be doing, and you see he's doing that, he's bringing the fight to Benítez. Benítez seems to be very relaxed and just waiting for a good left hand.
Benítez, an excellent counter puncher, is he not?
He's one of the best. I think he's one of the best counter punchers out there today.
One of the indications to watch early was whether one man would take command of the fight in the early rounds. Both have the reputations of being slow starters, and the feeling is Chiaverini, and I know, Dr. Pacheco, it was your thought that Chiaverini had to go after him early if he was going to win this fight.
Chris, Angelo Dundee will make sure he comes after him. He sparred 4 rounds before he ever came out here, and he's warmed up.
You see Dundee, veteran manager in the corner of Chiaverini. Chiaverini called Dundee after the loss to Leonard over a year ago, and since then, under Dundee's leadership, he's won 5 straight. And of course, Angelo's like a football coach. He'll build a fire under you. As Ray knows, you're going to hear from him. What's it like to fight under the watchful eye of Angelo?
It's like having 3 trainers in place of 1. Angelo wants his fighter to fight each round and win each round big.
Good, solid left-right combination by Benítez. Chiaverini, the southpaw in the white trunks. Ooh, Benítez again, a solid hit. Benítez won the title, a world title at the age of 17, the youngest ever to own a world championship. Welterweight champion at 20, then he lost at 21 to Sugar Ray Leonard. Chiaverini just not able to get off Benítez, and you made the comment, Ray, after fighting Benítez. You couldn't believe how many times you missed him.
But yes, Benítez is such a superb counterpuncher. And one thing you have to see in watching this fight is the fact that Benítez will make you miss.
He's only 22 years of age, already twice a world champion. Benítez facing the camera. Lost only once, and that's to Leonard. Chiaverini has been defeated but 4 times in over 40 bouts. So far, Chiaverini having difficulty landing anything. A short left hand scores. Closing seconds of round 1. It'll be interesting to see how the fans at ringside score this first round. We'll show you that when we come back for round 2. The white trunks against former champion Wilfred Benítez of Puerto Rico. Chiaverini, regarded as an awkward southpaw. There's the scoring of the ringsiders. 41% like Benítez. 35% saw that first round even. How'd you have it scored at home? Of course, that's totally unofficial. How about it? You fought Chiaverini. Is he difficult to find? You didn't seem to have any trouble with him.
Well, I think the lights and the cameras really got to Chiaverini. I'm quite surprised because Chiaverini did warm up in the back 4 rounds. He should be pretty loose, but then he seems so tight.
You talking about tonight or against you?
Both times. Even here, he seems very tight. I think he's intimidated by his missing the punches of Benítez's head.
Dr. Pacheco?
He's very awkward. The first round, he's very, very tight. He kept popping his arms. But now this is the kind of fight he has to do. He has to drive him into the ropes and then maul and push. It's almost a miniature Duran Leonard fight.
There's wife Debbie leading the cheers in the Chiaverini corner. Mother of 2.
As long as he stays outside, he's going to get hit because Benítez is a superior boxer, and he can pot shot him all night long. He has to rush him and push him into the ropes.
Midpoint round 2, scheduled for 10.
One thing the viewers at home should watch out for is Benítez's straight right hand.
And he'll use that even as a counterpunch, will he not?
He will. Benítez also converted to a southpaw position.
Benítez fighting about as heavy as he has ever been, 154 and a half. 147 for his defense against Leonard. Chiaverini actually up in weight since he fought Sugar Ray, more natural 155 and a half. Chiaverini pressuring Benítez inside, and indeed he is more effective when he crowds the slicker punching Benítez. Oh, good right hand underneath by the former welterweight champ Benítez.
He can't hesitate outside. He's got to rush in. Once he hesitates, he gets hit by a straight right. Benítez punching hard, Sugar.
Well, he's carrying that weight now, Doc. He's put on a few pounds, and a lot of people figure will slow him down. He's just as quick and just as effective with his punching ability.
I agree with you.
Angelo Dundee watching. You saw him in that insert as we come to the final seconds of round 2. And a good flurry by Benítez. Tony Chiaverini, the southpaw and wide, against former champion Wilfred Benítez. Benítez, a solid right hand, and he follows with a left hook. And Chiaverini's in trouble. Ties him up and hangs on. Benítez landing cleanly with both the left hook and the right cross. Wife Debbie watching and at times closing her eyes.
I said earlier, Dick, that Benítez is very strong. They said he can't punch. I disagree. He punches very well.
And Chiaverini landed a good straight left hand.
He can't pause outside like he's doing. If he pauses there, he's going to get hit by everything Benítez throws. He can't hesitate. He's got to rush in like Duran did with Leonard. He must move in.
Again, not able to quite get off. Chiaverini indecisive. He thought he saw an opening, and then perhaps the defense of Benítez took it away. Or maybe in the back of the mind is that strong counterpunching of Benítez.
A guy like Benítez is considered a technician, and Chiaverini is never really sure of himself when he can land that punch.
Benítez back against the ropes. We approach the midpoint of round 3. It's a Chiaverini crowd. He's the underdog, and fans love to cheer from that point of view. And also a strong group of fans from Kansas City, but it's Benítez landing more solidly. Ooh, a vicious left hook after the right hand of the body set it up.
I can't remember Benítez punching this crisp and this hard before.
Did he fight this way against you? Of course, he had a different opponent that night.
Well, Benítez pretty much fought the same way. He wanted to counterpunch, and when he felt that he could dominate, he would be the aggressor. But I don't think he hit with the kind of blows that he's landing on Chiaverini.
Final minute, round 3, and right hand winging by Benítez. Chiaverini trying to crowd him along the ropes.
It's interesting in scoring. The first round, Chiaverini blew the first round because he wasn't doing anything with his aggressiveness. He was aggressive, but wasn't doing anything. Now he's doing something with his aggressiveness. Chiaverini's landed a number of low blows.
Just missed with that left hand as he had it set up, and Benítez able to pull back in time. But Chiaverini, obviously a much tougher opponent inside, as he has Benítez pinned against the ropes end of round 3. He joined us for the Friday night fights. Actually, he moves pretty well upstairs as well as downstairs, as you saw from the opening of our show, with Harry Wall and his son, the president of Caesars. Fine hospitality appreciated by all of us here at NBC. Don't forget, we'll be back with you next Friday night, and then 3 weeks from tonight with the Friday night fights. And next week, a battle of unbeatens. We'll be talking about that later. Round 3 complete. And now into round 4. Chiaverini in the white trunks, Benítez in the light blue. biggest payday for Chiaverini. He'll make $50,000. Benítez, $70,000 for the action tonight.
Benítez just yelled. Break! Break! Break. He yelled, not the referee yelled.
Ooh, solid right hands by Benítez. One to the body and then to the jaw, and he follows with another.
Come on in, Tony, get him.
See Benítez, the big winner of round 3 in our Ringsiders Bowl.
Break it up. Good fighter. Break it up. Break.
How do you have the fight scored for the first 3 rounds, Doctor?
I hate to tell you, but it's even.
How about you, Ray?
I agree. Both fighters are exchanging dynamite blows. Chiaverini finished very strong the last round.
Chiaverini's now coming in, but he's not coming in punching, and he's getting hit coming in.
Wife Debbie?
Keep working. Keep working.
And Chiaverini can use all the support he can against the heavily favored Benítez.
Well, he is doing very well against the heavily favored Benítez.
As he told us, he wants a title fight this year or he'll retire. He's done well. He has all of his faculties. He's an outstanding young man as a college graduate, but he wants to be a boxing champion, and he's looking for the chance with an impressive show tonight against Benítez, who lands a wicked left hook. And Chiaverini is hurt, but continues to fight while wobbled.
Chiaverini's getting the worst of that exchange.
Both fighters, their faces reddened by constant attack here in round 4.
At this pace, I'm curious to see what's going to happen in the next round. They both are landing dynamite body blows, and those body blows going to take his toll in the next round. You'll see that.
Oh, right hand downstairs, and he doubled up, went upstairs, did Benítez.
And there's some blood on his nose of Chiaverini.
On the bridge of the nose, Benítez has delivered a cut to Chiaverini. It'll look worse than it really will measure, but it has to be an annoyance to Chiaverini. Looking up at the eyes of Chiaverini, looks okay. They're clear.
He looks okay. He took a lot of shots, but I think his condition is paying off here.
He's very tough, Chiaverini.
Benítez landing 5, 6 quick blows to 1 for Chiaverini.
Come on, Tony. Keep on working at it. Keep on working.
Good left hand, and Benítez outside the ropes. And that's the end of round 4. In Las Vegas, Nevada, and the crowd after that round 4 action and on its feet for the 10-15 seconds. Benítez regarded as the solid winner of the round by those voting at ringside.
They're right back where they left off, right above us.
So through the first 4 rounds, based on those casting their ballot at ringside, of course, this is totally unofficial. The crowd has Benítez solidly in front 4 rounds to none, but the official judges may not be seen that way, and in fact, our 2 expert commentators don't see it as a shutout this far.
Benítez is now going to hit by 1 point. And although Tony looks tired, he is not tired. He's in great shape. That's just the way he fights. He's like Gene Fulmer and those guys that look sloppy, but they just keep standing in front of you.
Benítez backed against the ropes. He beat Antonio Cervantes for the junior welterweight title in 1976 at the age of 17. No one has ever been a world champion at that tender an age. Won the welterweight championship in '79, defeating Carlos Palomino for the title.
If you watch the way that Benítez utilizes the ropes, he moves back, gets you off balance, and he throws combinations that build up points.
Ray, frankly, I don't understand Benítez staying on the ropes. Why would he want to fight Chiaverini's fight?
I feel he feels a lot stronger. He thinks he can outpunch Chiaverini. Both fighters are throwing body blows, and I think Benítez's punches are more effective.
Little spin of Chiaverini, and he landed the left hook, but partially picked off by Chiaverini. Oh, good, fast combination by Benítez. Oh, quick hand.
That sort of answered my question, Ray.
And he is more effective when he's off the ropes. Chiaverini seems to feel more confident when he's pressed body against body, where he can use his punches downstairs. Final minute, round 5, as we approach the halfway mark of this 10-rounder. Angelo Dundee barking from Chiaverini's corner.
I think Benítez is definitely taking command now the last 2 rounds. He seems confident off the ropes, doesn't he, Ray?
He does. He always feels so relaxed, so confident in the ropes. He wanted me to go against the ropes the same way, but I stayed away.
And won the title.
Landing solidly, and he has Chiaverini in trouble, but the Kansas City kid comes right back. Oh, a wicked right hand by Benítez. NBC's Friday Night Fights will be right back after these messages from your local station. 5 rounds in the book, round 6 scheduled for 10. No knockdowns. Tony Chiaverini, the southpaw and white from Kansas City, against Puerto Rico's Wilfred Benítez, back against the ropes. And there's the former Brown Bomber, the great champion, Joe Louis. And it's good to see Joe healthy and back at ringside, enjoying the action here at Caesars tonight.
Benítez's mouthpiece just fell out. He really doesn't hold on to his mouthpiece that well. I guess he feels he really doesn't need it.
He's smiling too much all the time.
Benítez with 25 knockouts in his 38 victories, only 1 defeat to Leonard and 1 draw to Harold Weston. Chiaverini 36, 4-1. He too losing to Ray Leonard. It's a good fight, good action fight, and after each round, fans showing their total appreciation.
Benítez seems to be coasting now. He threw a lot of blows the last round. I think he's trying to regain his win.
Heavy winner in the eyes of the ringsiders. Round 5 was Benítez. Right above our microphone. Let's listen to the action. Oh, a right hand by Benítez, and Chiaverini is hurt. Unprotecting himself, he took 3 straight right hands. And a left hook from Benítez. He fights back, but he's not protecting himself at all, is he?
No, he's not.
He's dazed and stunned.
Oh, almost tore his head off with that right hand.
Benítez is just taking his shots. He's just waiting to get a good shot and letting it fly.
He is showing good patience.
Benítez knows he's in control. He's just picking his shots, waiting for a good shot, but he's been landing some pretty good blows. The whole fight.
That's been a wrap on Benítez, and he doesn't finish. But he's got the guy in trouble. Finish him off, but he doesn't do it. He's content to rest and just wait.
Final minute, round 6, and another big round for Wilfred Benítez. Chiaverini bleeding from that cut on the nose, also bleeding slightly from the mouth.
Chiaverini is totally confused now.
He's going for every fake.
Now, Benítez putting on a boxing show. Those heavy punches have really taken a lot out of Chiaverini. He's not the same aggressive fighter that he was the first 5 rounds.
No, but it's ironic that he's the one that's coming forward to get all those heavy shots.
Final seconds of round 6. A big, big round for Benítez. Follow Tony Chiaverini to his corner. Angelo Dundee, Dave Conchola, his trainer, Ron Marsh, Terry Chiaverini, working feverishly. Let's listen to Angelo.
Don't go dropping your hands, Tom. Don't go dropping your fucking hands. Stop blowing your nose. I know, and I told him the same thing. You got to defend yourself.
Now Benítez landed heavily, both rights and lefts in round 6. Let's go back and re-examine the action.
Well, here we see Benítez knowing full well he's in complete control. He's switching to a southpaw position, and like I said earlier, Benítez is capable of fighting anyway. He's such a versatile fighter.
Now, it's easy to forget, Ray, that Benítez is still a baby in terms of age at 22. Just he's been around a long time and has fought as a champion. He's got plenty of years left.
I'm just 24, Dick.
Don't look at me, gang.
He's been looking at you too, Ray. 6 rounds complete. Here's round 7. Chiaverini, the southpaw. against former champion Benítez.
Chiaverini went right across the ring and right into Benítez.
Chiaverini was a middle linebacker in college. He's fighting at 155. He played at 185. Middle linebacker at Washburn University, Kansas. He's tough.
But he wishes he had his helmet on right now.
That's from our Luma lens, a unique device that allows you to go right inside the ring. Second time it's ever been used in a sporting event. Ted Nathanson, our producer director, looking right into the eyes of Chiaverini. More to come next Friday. Undefeated. Dwight Davidson from Detroit, unbeaten, against Curtis Parker, Philadelphia. Two young, undefeated middleweights. That'll be next Friday night at 10 Eastern Time here on NBC's Friday Night Fight. That right hand landing at will for Benítez.
Well, Benítez gets good leverage. If you watch his footwork, his stance, he really puts a lot of weight and body behind his blows.
And a good defensive fighter. He's picked off a lot of the shots inside. Halfway through round 7. We have Muhammad Ali and Larry Holmes here next week scoring at ringside. It'll be interesting to see how they participate. Ballots after each round. Ooh, good. Close inside by Chiaverini. Now, what does Chiaverini have to do at this point, Ray?
Well, in the 6th round, I thought he was hurt so bad they couldn't really defend himself. But he's doing the right thing now. He's going to the body. He's staying on top of Benítez.
Less than a minute remaining. Round 7.
Benítez is amazing in letting him stay on top of him in the corner and punch away for no reason.
Chiaverini should stay down to the body. It's very difficult to hit Benítez on his head.
Chiaverini picking off that right and left combination. Oh, beautiful. Doubled up on the jab and followed with a cross, and he repeats it.
The only defense Chiaverini's got is an offense. If he's not punching, he's dead.
Benítez scoring at will. Some thought he may not be in shape at 155, too heavy. Well, he's answered that rather emphatically. Final seconds ticking away, the end of round 7. As former welterweight champion, a very impressive show against Tony Chiaverini, a tough southpaw from Kansas City. He started well, but Benítez taking control of the fight in the 4th round and has been totally in command since. How do you have it scored?
I have it 69-63 Benítez, which means that Tony cannot win this fight unless he goes for a knockout. Of course, that's easier said than done.
Landed a good right hand. And the ringsiders have Benítez with a shutout. 7-love. Although some felt that Chiaverini might have won 1 or 2 of the early rounds.
Benítez is ahead by a large margin. And like Doctor said, the only way Chiaverini can win is by knockout.
Oh, what a crisp left hook from Benítez. White Debbie, Chiaverini trying to root on her husband. It has been a long Friday night for Chiaverini, the entire clan. And as Benítez indicated, he's looking at Roberto Duran or anyone else that wants to offer him a big money fight.
What's interesting is, can Benítez come down to welterweight after fighting at 155 and still have all his punching power? That's going to be interesting to see.
He certainly has carried the weight well tonight. Maybe this is his division. In fact, when he won the junior welterweight title at 17, even then, his comments were, someday I'll be the middleweight champion. Maybe that is his way.
I think he's going in that direction. What a fine fighter he is. After 8 rounds, you're left with the impression that he's far superior to Chiaverini, although Chiaverini's guts can't be questioned. He's in there fighting and banging.
If you notice, Benítez is trying to keep Chiaverini in the center of the ring. Chiaverini seems to be hurt now by that right hand by Benítez.
Less than a minute remaining in round 8. Solid left, right to the midsection of Chiaverini.
Those body shots really take it out of you, don't they, Ray?
They really do. I'm quite surprised. At this weight, Benítez is far more awesome than Chiaverini is.
Do you think he hits harder now if you watch him from ringside than he did against you?
Yes, he does. As a matter of fact, Benítez, he's young, and I think that weight now is becoming very normal, very natural.
And the question now is also, will this be Chiaverini's last fight? If he is as solidly defeated in the final 2 rounds as he has been through the first 8, maybe it's time for him to say goodbye. He's indicated that.
I don't think so. He said so. He may not fight for the title. He's too good a fighter. After all, he is outclassed by one of the finest fighters in the world.
2 rounds to go. That's round 8. Special edition of NBC Sports World Moscow. Once more, a review of the 1980 Olympic Games from opening to closing ceremonies, and a special look at that Battle of the Britons, Oved and Co. in the 1,500 meters. That's all Sunday at 4 o'clock Eastern Time on NBC Sports World. Baseball tomorrow, the Cubs at San Francisco on NBC. Round 9, Wilfred Benítez, and that'll be it. Angelo Dundee has asked the fight to be stopped, and Wilfred Benítez, as Chiaverini does not answer, round 9 is the winner. Benítez celebrates the victory. Angelo Dundee mercifully ends the bout. He figured Chiaverini was taking much too much punishment. You see Benítez pointing to Chiaverini as if to say, hey, give this guy a hand. He was tough.
Well, Benítez won't give credit where it's due. A lot of the punches that Benítez hit Chiaverini with, the average guy would have went down.
So Benítez with his 39th victory. Wife Debbie, you wonder what's going through her mind. There's a man she loves. He's fought a tough fight, beaten thoroughly. Does she want him to continue? And does he himself? Here is the official announcement of the decision from ring announcer Chuck Hull.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tony Chiaverini fails to answer the bell for the 9th round. The winner by a technical knockout in the 8th round, Wilfred Benítez.
So Benítez still has but 1 loss to mar a brilliant record. That's a 15-round defeat to Sugar Ray Leonard. And here's Dr. Pacheco.
Here we are. Well, Wilfred Benítez, the winner. Wilfred, you look very impressive.
Yes, I'm looking better than before. I fought Sugar Ray Leonard. Now I'm trying to do a tremendous comeback. And I'm sure that I'm gonna win my title. Hey, man. Hi. How are you?
Hi.
Hi. How you look the fight?
You look very strong.
You think that I'm strong to beat you, right?
You're very strong. I'm very impressed.
You know, I want Roberto Duran. Roberto Duran is afraid of me. I'm the dragon.
You're the dragon. And here's the dragon slayer. Listen, after you had him in trouble in the 6th round, why didn't you finish him off, Wilfredo? It took you an awful long time. He kept coming, kept coming.
They were looking for, there was like a training. You saw it. I was just a veteran boxer. I'm 21, and that's all. I'm the greatest.
But you kept fighting off the ropes. When you in the middle of the ring, you could have knocked him out. Did he hurt you at any time?
Yeah, he hurt me because the fight was a duel, you know. Inside balls, no, he don't go so far. He was near me, so I hit him hard, and he hit me hard. So
Ray?
You see the fight now, I'm the best.
They felt that the weight would slow you down, but it didn't. Seems to me you was much stronger and just as quick.
Right.
You feel the same?
Now you scared him, right? You're afraid of me now.
Let's give Roberto Duran first.
Oh, man. Let's see it. Hey, listen, you supposed to fight me. You supposed to fight me the 23rd of September. You will make the fight?
We will. After we get Duran first.
You're not gonna. No. I'm gonna get in. I'm gonna be a what
Wilfred, many people say you have a hard time getting down to 147. Will you have a difficult time to get it for 147 after 155?
If I train hard, if I have more dedicated in boxing, in training, I think I'm not gonna have no problem to become champion again.
All right, thank you very much, Wilfred. Good luck. You're one of the best fighters currently fighting.
Thank you very much.
Present company excluded. Thank you. And we have with us right now the gentleman that put up such a courageous and devastating battle, and Angelo Dundee. Angelo, it was your decision to stop the fight?
Oh, yes, definitely. Sure. He couldn't get nothing off. With one night, I hate to see a fighter have a night like he had tonight. Couldn't get his shots off. Couldn't nail the guy a good shot.
Still, you fought a very brave fight. Tony, did you feel like you had him when he went to the ropes and he fought your fight?
Well, no, I just, was trying to get my punches, my combinations together, trying to get a right hand and a left off and trying to catch him, and, I just couldn't.
You got caught with some of the most devastating shots. I don't think anybody could have held up to that. Did they hurt as bad as it looked like it hurt you?
Well, he hurt me, but, I was never going to go down or close to quitting.
Did you feel exhausted? Did you feel tired during the fight?
No, I'm in good shape. When you get hit that much, you got to feel tired, but, I didn't think I'd get hit that much, and I did, and couldn't get nothing.
Well, the big question is now, you've said you're going to quit by 1980. I don't think you should. You're a great fighter. You got a lot of heart. Would you feel like you're going to quit by 1980?
Well, the way things go, you never know. I still think I got a shot coming one of these days. I'm going to get it, and when I do,